Let's do my full glam base routine. To start off, we want to make sure that our skin is prepped using your favorite moisturizer. I just like to make sure that I'm very hydrated underneath all the makeup that we're going to apply on top. I'm going to start highlighting with this Kosas concealer. I like putting this under my eyes, above my cupid's bow, my chin, and then usually I follow this lip line, and this will kind of enhance my contour. I take a damp beauty blender. These ones are actually from Target and I love them. Would definitely repurchase. Just blend. This Makeup by Mario foundation has been my absolute favorite recently, and it's what I've been using in all of my videos. Some other options though in foundations that I like Estee Lauder Double Wear. This is kind of OG, a little bit more full coverage. And then I ran out of this one, but the Huda Beauty Glowish is really great for summer. It's very dewy and a little bit shiny, but I like that when I'm really tan. I always just apply my foundation directly to my face because I never want to waste product. And then I just blend it in with a damp beauty blender, focusing on the parts where I did not really apply the concealer because we need more coverage there. But this color is really perfect and the formula is great. It's good for summertime. Just stamping this in. I actually never put makeup on my forehead because it's not really an area of concern for me, and I feel like it helps me match my face to the rest of my body, my neck, and kind of keeps me in check and lets me not wear makeup on at least one part of my face. Definitely blend into the neck. We don't want a makeup line. I go over the top of the lips as well. It helps for a better lip line later on. I'm going to take this Makeup by Mario contour stick and I'm going to just apply this directly in the hollows of my cheeks. Sometimes I will apply it with a brush, but I think I'm going to use a bronzing balm a little bit later with a brush that's going to warm us up. And I do drag it a little bit down here to really enhance the shape of my cheekbone. And I will add a little on my jawline. And just blend it out with that same beauty blender. Next I'm taking this Charlotte Tilbury Balm, and I'm applying this one with a brush, kind of in the same spots that we just applied the contour, but maybe a little bit above and not going as far down. This is just going to warm us up, and this is really the only spot on my forehead that I'll add makeup. I am going to add just a bit more concealer because I do want to brighten up my under eyes quite a bit, and then I'm going to add a little bit more balm on my face to continue bronzing. Go on my nose a little bit too. Blend. My under eyes are pretty hollow, so I do like to have this area nice and bright, but also maintain hydration so that it doesn't look too dry. Hydration will definitely give the illusion of having more plump under eyes, so it's important to have concealer that does that. This Mario Balm, I love it so much. It's in every routine that I have. It's in my summer glowy routines, it's in my full glam routine, which is what we're doing right now, but I feel like it really just ties everything together, evens out my skin tone. I'm pretty much going to mattify, rehydrate, and then remattify. So a few different steps, but I think it makes the base look really, really flawless. Going in with this Huda powder, I like how finely milled it is because it has one of those little nits. And I like to apply it with a fluffy brush. I think if you were to apply it with a beauty blender, it might be too much. I think this is a little bit more dainty and light on the skin. You don't really want to be super powdery, especially because for this particular day I will be outside, so I don't want to look cakey. Pretty much every part that we concealed and is lighter, and then I'm going to go in with a bronzing powder on my cheeks. Now I'm going to take this warm Charlotte Tilbury bronzer with a fluffy brush, just kind of go all over my cheeks to mattify this part. Going to highlight a bit more with this Charlotte Tilbury Flawless Finish, and this is a bit light for me, but I think it works to really highlight. Just stamping this in a bit more on top of the other powder. Transitioning the bronzer and the light powder with this brush. This is a great brush. This is Morphe M438. I love this brush so much. Blurring all the lines. I use this Dior contour palette to stamp this cool toned contour color onto the nose. And I like this really small brush that makes a very straight line. Just go right here on either side. I like to put a little bit right here, here, and it's okay that it's a little aggressive because we're gonna blend it out with a little bit more powder afterwards. Powders are set. Let's rehydrate. This product kind of got a bad rep during the skincare craze, but I've been using this as part of my makeup routine for so many years now that I don't think I'll ever not include it. I use a facial spray, so this one, in this case, I'm using this one, and then I set with Urban Decay All Nighter Setting Spray, and I actually just ran out, so I have to use my little travel size one. But we're pretty much just rehydrating the skin after mattifying it with all the powder. And while it's still wet, setting spray. After we let this dry, I'm going to add a little bit more powder, and then that's when I also add my blush. I never use cream blushes. I always end up just using the powders on top of my makeup after I've already set it with both powders and my setting sprays. A little bit more powder, just so we know this makeup is not going anywhere. This is going to be on me for the rest of the night. Just a little more bronzer. This Patrick Ta blush has had me in an absolute chokehold. I actually never use the cream, I literally only use the powder, and I like to apply it with a stippling brush, just on the high points of my cheek. I also used to absolutely despise blush, and it has since become one of my favorite steps in my routine. So cute. And then sometimes I take the brush where I had the Mario Balm, and I kind of just stamp everything to blend. I'm gonna go do the rest of my makeup. And I'm back. This is a full beat. We have full glam on right now. This is full foundation. But this is my finishing touch, this little Mario Master Crystal Reflector. But I like to add this onto my eyes for like a little bit of shimmer on my nose and then a little on my cheeks. Cute little glow. Yeah. Full glam base is what I would wear if I'm going out, if I know that my makeup needs to stay on, or if I'm having an event, etc.